My dad called me forgettable to another man's face when I was 14. He was laughing when he said it. I never confronted him. I just became exactly that for the next 14 years. He was in the garage. Sunday afternoon, phone call. I went out to ask if he wanted lunch. I stopped at the door because I heard my name. Then I heard the rest. Honestly, man, sometimes I look at that kid and I think, why isn't he more like Marcus? Sharp, driven, knows what he wants. Ethan's a good kid, but forgettable. You know what I mean? Just forgettable. He laughed. I stood at that door for 30 seconds. Then I went back inside, made a sandwich, sat at the kitchen table. My mother asked if Dad wanted anything. I said he was on the phone. I never told anyone what I heard. But I made a decision that Sunday that changed everything. I was done trying to be seen by a man who had already decided not to look. My father's name is Robert, 58 years old, built everything from nothing, construction management. By the time I was in high school, he was running million-dollar projects. Proud man, loud about what he valued. What he valued was Marcus. Marcus was my cousin, 2 years older, walked into rooms like he owned them. My father's face lit up every single time Marcus showed up at family events. Every time, like clockwork. I watched it happen for years. Then I watched my father look at me. Same family, same table, different face. He coached my little league until I was 12, then stopped coming to my games. No explanation, just gone. He said things like men don't quit, figure it out, nobody hands you anything. I showed him a perfect report card once. He said, that's fine. Went back to his newspaper. I played him a song I'd written on guitar once. He nodded, said, yeah, change the channel. I came second in a steep math competition once. He said, what happened to first? I spent 14 years trying to crack a code that didn't exist. There was no version of me that was going to be enough. I just didn't know it yet. Until that Sunday. Until that word. Forgettable.
Here is what I did not do. I did not cry. I did not confront him. I did not tell my mother. I did not go back out to that garage and ask him what he meant. I did not perform sadness so he would notice and ask what was wrong. I did one thing. I stopped. I stopped trying to make him proud. I stopped rehearsing things to say to make him laugh. I stopped saving stories from school to tell him at dinner. I stopped going out to the garage to ask if he wanted lunch. I stopped being his son in every way that required something from him. I still lived in that house, still sat at the dinner table, still answered when spoken to, but every answer was shorter than the last. Every eye contact was a half second quicker. Every dinner was quieter. He didn't notice for 6 months. First time he felt it, family dinner. My uncle asked what I wanted to do after high school. Engineering, I said. My uncle said, great. My father looked up from his plate. Just for a second. Like he was reaching for something and couldn't find it. He said nothing. I went back to eating. Second time, sophomore year honor roll. My mother put it on the fridge. My father looked at it. Good. Same word as always. But this time there was a pause before it. Like he was waiting for me to look at him, to want something from him. I didn't look up from my phone. Third time, junior year. I applied to a competitive paid summer engineering program at a state university. Got in, full scholarship. Didn't tell him. My mother told him at dinner. He looked at me across the table. Why didn't you tell me you applied? I looked at him. It wasn't a big deal, I said. Went back to eating. That was the moment. I saw it on his face, not anger, not pride, something older and quieter than both. The look of a man who realizes something shifted and can't remember when and doesn't know how to ask. He didn't ask. I didn't offer.
I left for university at 18. Mechanical engineering. I was good. Really good. Turns out when you stop spending energy on wanting someone's approval, you have a remarkable amount left for everything else. I called home every 2 weeks. Exactly 2 weeks. My mother, 15 to 20 minutes. My father, 2 to 3. Every single call went exactly like this. How's school? Good. Busy? Making friends? A few. You need anything? No, I'm fine. Okay, good. Every time, word for word. 2 minutes. Polite, empty. The relationship he built with his own words, handed back to him in the same packaging. He never knew how to make it longer. I never helped him figure it out. I graduated with honors, 3.9 GPA, job offer before I walked across the stage. Engineering firm, another city, good money. I did not invite my parents to graduation. Not to hurt him. Pain was year one. My graduation, it had become something else. Precision. I knew exactly what our relationship was. I'd stopped pretending it was something warmer. Pretending costs energy. I had stopped spending it on him. My mother found out from a photo I posted online. She called crying. I let her talk. Said it had been a small ceremony, hadn't wanted to make it a big thing. She said my father hadn't said anything when she told him. He'd just gone into the garage. I said I hoped he was okay. I meant it. I meant it. I moved to the new city, furnished my apartment, built my life. Within 2 years, I was leading my own project team, 7 people, budget of $4.3 million. My name in the regional engineering news at 24. My father called when he saw the article. I let it go to voicemail. His message was 41 seconds long. He said he'd seen the piece, said it was great, said he was proud, said to call him back when I had a chance. I texted back the next morning. Thanks. Things are going well. That was it. He replied, good. Talk soon. We did not talk soon. Now, the conversation. I was 26. Home for Christmas because my mother had asked 7 times, and I was not cruel enough to say no a 7th time. December 23rd. My mother had gone to bed. My father and I were in the living room. Television on, neither of us watching it. He said, without looking at me, I feel like I don't know you anymore. I looked at the TV. You don't, I said. Silence. That's not... He stopped. Started again. When did that happen? I thought about telling him. I genuinely sat with it, long enough that he turned and looked at me. Then I said, I don't know, Dad. Because telling him meant making it his story, his guilt, his apology, his chance to feel better. And this was not his story. This was mine. He didn't say anything else. We watched television for another hour. I drove home December 26th. He came to visit once, 2 years ago. Stood in my apartment, looked at the books, the furniture, the framed photo from the engineering project, the regional award on the shelf. He said, "You've done well." I said, "Thanks." He said, "I'm proud of you." I said, "I know." Not thank you. Not that means a lot to me. Not I've been waiting to hear that. Just, I know. Because I did. And because I'm proud of you at 56, standing in an apartment you've never been to, belonging to a son you called forgettable at 14 while laughing, that sentence doesn't land the same way it would have landed at the garage door. If you'd said it then. He drove home the same day. I made dinner for 1. Last thing. My cousin Marcus. Sharp, driven, the son my father always wanted. Lost his business last year. Bad investments. Real debt. Moved back home at 34. My father called me the week it happened. I answered. He didn't mention Marcus. Talked about the economy, how unpredictable life was, how you could do everything right and still get hit. Then he went quiet. Then he said, "You've always been steady, Ethan. I don't know if I ever told you that, but you have. You've always been steady." I looked out my window. "You haven't said it," I said. "But thanks." Silence. "I know I could have been better," he said. "With you. I know that." I let it sit. "Yeah," I said. "But you raised me, so." He made a sound that wasn't quite a laugh and wasn't quite crying. We talked for 11 minutes. The longest conversation we'd had in 4 years. After I hung up, I sat at my kitchen table. Didn't cry. Didn't feel triumphant. Felt the way you feel when something ended a long time ago, and you're only now signing the last paper. I thought about a 14-year-old kid at a garage door with a question about lunch, who decided that Sunday to stop asking. That kid built a career, a life, a team, an award on a shelf, without one word of encouragement from the man who was supposed to give it first. He built it anyway. And when that man finally said something close to the right thing, 14 years too late, the kid didn't hang up. That felt like enough.
was more than enough.